Welcome to my channel. You're supposed to join me. Hi y'all. Welcome to my channel. How are y'all doing today? I hope you all are staying safe in this season. If you are here for the first time, my name is Ruby Bellu, and I am a wife, mom, a YouTube blogger, a businesswoman, and all that good stuff. Well, if you're a return viewer, thank you. I appreciate you coming back. Today I have a very special guest with me. I mean, the man behind this smile, this glow, this slay. Oh my goodness. So with me, I have my baby daddy, my husband, the Dioma. Okay, D.
That's right. Continue.
Di Okorobia.
Hear me. Yes,
That is the man of my dreams. I have him here with me today.
That's right.
His name is Obinna, the heart of the Father. Like, God just knew the heart. That is when he brought this man to earth. He knew the heart. Oh my God! And his head is just big now.
Yes.
Well, his name is Obinna. Oh God. Okay guys, welcome back. So like I said, we're going to be talking about the secrets of a happy marriage. Okay, I'm going to be answering questions that we've been asked over the years, from our small group members, our church members, and just people that know us, our friends and family. They ask us this question all the time, all these questions all the time. So we're going to be answering them. And yeah, so let's get right into it. Okay, this is actually my own personal question. I want to know, what is like your best memory, before marriage? Memory you had of us dating and
Yeah, there were some great memories, but I do remember one was very distinct. I think it was 2006. That was our first year together. And I remember I was a senior in college. I think you were a sophomore or something like that. And no rubbing the cradle, guys, but
totally did.
we went for a soccer game. The United States men's national team was playing against Morocco.
I remember that.
And it was going to be in the Coliseum, in Titan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee. And you were visiting from Knoxville.
Yeah.
And I remember we had, we went out to the game. It was fun. I don't even remember who won. I think it was a draw or something like that.
It was a draw.
It was a draw between. It was a fun game. We finished with that, and then we went to Opry Mills. Opry Mills is this really big, almost like resort style hotel. It's not really a hotel because that gives bad vibes, but you didn't go to a hotel. It was more like
the hotel. We just went to the restaurant.
We just went to see the place. So we went there, and we just kind of toured the place. Opryland is a beautiful hotel. I mean, it has this really. I think at the time it had this skyline where it looked like there were stars in the sky, but it was something about the roof that they did where they had lights in it. But it looked like you were outside and you were looking at the starry sky. So it was really fun,
Yeah. And they had this like in between the buildings, they had like this man-made lake type of thing,
Yeah.
and you can do like boat rides, but you're like inside the hotel, but it's like a boat ride inside the hotel. Like fun
So
memory.
it was fun, and it was, of course, it's home of country music, so you had country music playing in the background, nice, sweet, Dolly Parton, that type of stuff. And then
You're dating yourself. Yeah,
I know, that's bad. But anyway, yeah, it was nice, and I remember we it was funny because I remember she asked me what was my best feature, and I told her I had a 6-pack, and she didn't believe me, so I showed her the 6-pack, and she was like, she couldn't believe her eyes. But really, after 4 children, what I have is a 1-pack, which is very well contained,
I don't remember asking you to show me your 6-pack. I don't.
You did. You totally did. And I was embarrassed, because I was shy.
Man,
nobody had ever told me to do that.
He had like this ripped body, and he was working out. I was like, okay, I'll see you.
Yeah, that was ancient history, guys.
You still look good. You carry your 1-pack.
I carry my 1-pack very well. That's for sure.
He carries it so well. That is hilarious. Yeah, so that actually, you stole my answer, because that was gonna be my answer. That was my best memory. Opera Mills resort. We used to go there a lot just to look around and go to the restaurants. They had like a game. They had Dave and Buster's in there, right?
Yeah, Dave and Buster's.
Yeah, they had Dave and Buster's. And
they had all kinds of stuff.
Yeah,
it's like a resort. So
yeah, so there were so many things we could go there and do, and I just enjoyed all our Opera Mill dates. And we had this one little couch that we would sit on in the lobby.
Yeah.
And then, we used to call it our little love seat, because literally the couch was like this big, and we'll sit on it and we'll just be gisting and sharing different goals, future for ourselves and stuff. And we're like, man, I wonder if we can come back years later to this same, spot, and we can show our children that this is where mommy and daddy used to discuss and plan our life together.
Yeah.
Within like 2-3 months,
they moved the couch.
They renovated everything. They removed the couch.
Just destroyed all memories.
Destroyed the memory. It's just crazy, but yeah, it was my fun. Yeah, it was good. Yeah. Okay, so like my next question is, how do you know that your spouse is the one? So I want to hear from you. Like, how did you know that me, Ruby, is the one for you?
Well, I think you don't look at just one thing. I think for me, it was not just one thing. It was a series of different things, and it's just confirmation over time that lets you know that who you're with is who you should be with. I wanted to say the first time was I visited your home city in Knoxville, Tennessee, and I was going to be going to Boston shortly after for an internship for a few months. And I told you that the following week I was going to be heading to Boston, traveling to Boston, and I was going to be there for the summer for my internship. I was really excited. I was going to be interning. I had this killer job, this gig, this awesome gig, and it was the internship of internships. Awesome. And I was final year engineering student, so big shot, really had these big dreams and goals. I was really excited, and you invited me to Knoxville to come and hang out with you and to meet your folks over there, so your friends and stuff like that. So and at the time we hadn't started dating. And when I was about to leave, you were like, I don't know if I'll get to see you again or anything like that, so but I do want to give you something that you can take with you when you get to Boston. You got me like kitchen utensils.
Oh my God.
And I thought that was so crazy, but the thing is this, right? As a man, as a young man, a bachelor. I think I was maybe, I want to say 22 or 23 at the time. You don't really think about these things when you're traveling. You don't think about getting utensils that you will use to eat when you get there. You're just thinking, okay, I need clothes, shoes. Hopefully, I need deodorant and toothpaste. But usually, when you go to a new city, you're not thinking about utensils of what you're going to use to eat. But that's really important, And the fact that you were thinking about that for me, it was a complete blind spot for me. You actually thought about that, and I thought that was pretty cool. And plus, we had a good experience in Knoxville. We went to different places together there. So I already started thinking about you in that way, like, wow, she actually thought about that. And I know it's weird, but that was just one thing. There were a number of different things along the way that just kind of let me know that. And another time was when I lost my job. I had a job. It was supposed to be lined up for me and everything, and I was supposed to be heading out to start this job and everything, and then somewhere along the line things didn't work out, and I was really depressed, and you stayed on the phone with me for hours. So fellas, listen to this. Your girl leaves you when you don't have anything. That is not the one for you. And I won't repeat that, but she stuck by me when I didn't have anything, and things were not easy at all, but she saw the future that I had, and she saw the future that we could create together, and she didn't lose hope in me, and for that, I'm thankful. And that was one of the ways I knew that this was going to work for us long term. So yeah.
Aww. In hindsight, you really could have just bought paper plates, spoons, and figured yourself out till you go shopping for yourself. But anyway, my spoons got me a man.
So the moral of the story is
get your man some spoons. No, just playing. Well, what made me know that you were the one?
Yeah, tell me.
Oh my God.
Tell me.
Just begin.
I want to hear it.
Oh my God. This guy. See what I deal with. Everybody thinks Obinna is quiet and I'm the talkative one. See, he's like, you will see when you know. Those that know Obi know he's talkative too. But anyway,
it's not true. I'm very quiet.
Obinna. Shame the devil. So, what made me know that you're the one is this: how prayerful you are. I always wanted somebody who was a true man of God, just loved the things of God. And when I first met him, he was young, we were both young, but he was really active in his church. He was in the praise team, and he always wanted us to pray together, which is a story for another day, because I didn't even know that, he was playing a game on me. Because me, I was a church girl, goody two shoes. So I wanted a man that was, like that. Not knowing that when he found that out, he would be calling me, pray for me. When we were friends, or before we started dating, he was like, pray for me. I really want this.
Why are you like?
That's what happened. Well, that's what happened with the Boston internship, when you were still wanting the Boston.
No, that was a for real thing though. That was for real.
Obinna, you were trying to play
games. You into anything. Like what? Like
he's lying. He was trying to play games, because he knew I was very passionate about stuff like that. So he will call me and be like, "Oh, I'm worried about this job. I'm really depressed. Because I really want to get this internship, this and that and the other." So when he says things like that, guess what? I'm like, yes, let me pray. Let me pray with you over the phone. He was actually, shooting his shots.
Through prayer.
Yes.
Well, listen.
You told me that you did that before.
No.
Yes, you told me that when you found out that I was a churchy type of girl, then you started discussing church with me, because you wanted us to. You wanted me to like you and everything, but you said
no. I mean, listen. You always talk about the interests of the person you like. It's not. You're not doing it really to. I wasn't doing it to try to shoot my shot or anything. I was just doing it because you were interested in church and you were interested in things of So I was a man of God myself. So
yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm.
You know, so I mean, nothing wrong with representing my father.
As obedient that you are,
Yeah.
as the heart of the father.
That's true.
Oh my God.
So that was all that was, you know. So anyway.
But yeah, that's what I really, and you know,
So
that's how I knew.
So which one is it? Did you like me because I was
No,
prayerful? Or did you like me
just
because I was playing up?
no, I knew you were the one because of that. But I'm saying that now that we've been married, you now told me that you were shooting your shot that whole time.
No, like when? Okay, you know.
No, okay, well, so it was real.
Of course, it was real.
So okay, then I guess it was real. I could have sworn he told me that that was part of his game, you know, was to be telling me about Christ all the time, you know, just to get me to like him. But I guess it was real. Okay, so that's one of the things. Another thing that I really enjoyed about you, and I knew that you were the one, is his drive. Like Obinna, when I first met him, oh my God, he had like big dreams. Okay, like he had big dreams. He's like, this is what, and you know, from your mouth to God's ears, because I feel like now you're living those dreams that you had. You know what I mean? Like he had big dreams. He was so focused. He knew what he wanted for his life. You know, he didn't come to America to play. So I really enjoyed that about you. And I was like, yes, this is the kind of man that I want. Somebody that can inspire me to also live my dreams, and somebody that, you know, we can build an empire together. I wanted us to be power couple.
Yes, empires.
Yes, so amen for empires.
Cookie and Lucius Lion.
Yes.
Lion.
I love Cookie and Lucius. I love Cookie and Lucius Lion. Anyway, that's by the way. So anyway, that's how I knew you were the one.
Amen.
So next question is, in your opinion, what is your secret to a happy marriage?
Okay. Wow, that's a big question, because there's no one formula for a happy marriage. I want to say the number one answer for me is, you know, God is your foundation, because I think, you know, true marriage begins with understanding what love is, and that love is not a feeling. It's not even an emotion. Love is commitment. Love is selfless. It is growing together, and it's like having siblings, or having a brother, or having a sister, and you're growing up together in the same home. You just love each other. You don't really think about why you love each other. You just do. So I think, I mean, obviously with a wife or a husband, it's different, because you can't do, I mean, brothers is like candidates is now husband and wife.
Okay,
I hope not. Jesus, come back to the room. Anyway, so that is, I'm sorry. So yeah, you know, you just learn to do life together, and you learn to grow together. So I think just understanding what love is, I think that begins with a firm grasp of who God is, and, you know, his place in everything. Because to me, in my marriage, God is the foundation of our marriage, period. Like there is nothing else that occupies that space. And so I'm not going to be here to preach to someone on how to make God the foundation of your marriage. If that is not your passion, that's not your heart, that's you. But for my family, that's who we are. And I would also say this, that, you know, what really makes for a strong marriage is when you both can look to each other and partner in achieving goals collectively. I think a lot of times what I see with people when they want to get married, they have goals and dreams that they don't factor in their spouse in. You know, you don't factor in your spouse. Maybe you have dreams about having a great career, having a great business, or whatever it is that you want to do. It's this sense that you're doing it by yourself, and your spouse doesn't have a place in that. You know, I think when you start a marriage, you start a family, your vision has to be collective, and that, when I was growing up, I always had a dream of, I got back from work and my wife would come out of the house with my kids and all give me a hug. I used to have that dream a lot as a kid, and that was something that I wanted so much. It was just the ideal, perfect sort of thing. And I know it sounds cheesy. Probably a lot of guys don't think like that, but that's what I thought. And so God has given me that dream, where I have a beautiful wife with 4 beautiful children representing all 4 seasons, and the fertility of our marriage, and so I'm thankful for that. But I think more importantly is the fact that we both have dreams and we support each other.
Yeah.
We have things that we do, and we have passions and interests, and we genuinely want to see each other win. I want to see my wife win everything. I want to see her be like the queen of the world, and I'm okay with being the guy that's in the background, just like now, see how beautiful she is. Me, I'm just in the background,
You're not in the background. You're quite out there.
I'm happy with that. I'm comfortable with that. And I feel like she's comfortable the other way around, in supporting me in my dreams, wanting to be the things that God has called me to be. And I think that is what makes a happy marriage, is when you can truly find love in seeing each other win and sowing it into each other's visions, having a collective vision as a family, or as a couple, and spurring each other on to achieve those dreams together. So
yeah, I totally agree. For me, I would add to what he said, and for me, I would say forgive quickly, not holding any grudges. And I talked a little bit about this in my other video. I'm gonna put a link to that video in the description box if you haven't watched it. But that's one of the secrets that have worked for us. Forgiving quickly and not holding a grudge, has worked for us. Another thing that has worked for us is praying together. With everything that we do, any major decision that we have to make, we pray together and just make sure we bring God into the marriage. Like he said, we feel like we're not in this alone. It is Obi, Ruby, and God. That's just how we've taken our marriage. We are together with God. So that's one secret for me.
Of course, you have to have a hot spouse. Totally cut that, delete that. That's not even
Oh my God, that's a good secret. I mean, you have to be attracted to your spouse.
Yeah, I think that's
for you to have a happy marriage. If you're not attracted to your spouse, I don't know. It won't work. What is the one thing that you feel like you've worked on yourself, to be able to achieve a successful marriage, or prepared yourself for marriage? Like maybe when you were single, something that you did to work on yourself to be able to be where you are today in a marriage, or during the marriage you learned that, okay, I need to work on myself with this. Mm-hmm. And then
yeah, that's a really good question though. As far as something I've worked on, I don't really think I necessarily worked on it. I just realized that it was a deficiency. Was just learning to be patient and seeing the value in my spouse, and seeing what you did well. Earlier on I noted that you were a very good homemaker. You were the kind of person that loved to build a home. You were very nurturing. You always wanted to have a big family with kids where you could cook and make the house nice and really make people feel comfortable. And you've also always been a very good host. Whenever we have visitors, you would always want to cook up a storm and make people feel comfortable in your home. So and also you loved children, and all of those things for me, I had to learn that I've always been a very corporate America sort of person, 9 to 5, very driven, professional kind of deal. But I had to look at the things that you did well and see that you were not just great at them, you were excellent, outstanding at those things.
You.
And, we started to lean into that, when we started with doing the home daycare thing and, watching you grow that. It was just a natural administrative gift, just the ability to see a vision and grow it, and lead people and really see where, the strengths of a business could come from and focus on them, harness it and see it grow, and in a very short time you were able to turn things around and, here you are today. So I think for me, it was just identifying your strengths, what you did well at the beginning, being patient enough to see you develop those skills as time went on, and supporting you in that, as opposed to being so introspective and looking at myself all the time. And I think that was something I did earlier on before we got married. But as we started to, spend time together, I identified those gifts, and really I think part of it is also God really worked on my heart to help see that vision in you and sow into it and help you achieve your dreams as well. So I think that's that's one of the things that I've worked on in the course of my marriage.
I will agree, because you've told me this before, and the way you explained it, I don't know if you remember, but the way he explained it is that he feels like God has given him this flower and that he's supposed to nurture it and, water it and take care of it for it to grow and blossom into a beautiful garden. And at the end of the day, God is going to ask him, what did you do with the flower that I gave you? And that's how he feels about his spouse, that he has to be patient to enjoy. If you want a beautiful garden, you have to tend the garden. So that was how he explained it to me back in the... Do you remember when you said that? Okay, because today you've been forgetting some of the things that you're saying. So I just wanted to make sure you remember saying that. But anyway, so that's how he explained it. For me, what I had to work on for my marriage to work, again, I've been saying it, I had to learn how to forgive quickly. I had to learn how to apologize, because, man, I could argue before. Because I'm always, honestly, I am mostly right. Can we agree? See, I am mostly right. And I always want to explain in my ignorance that I am right. In my mind, I am right. So I want to explain to you. And then my husband will be like, you're just giving excuses. I have told you what you did that hurt my feelings. You hurt me in this way. Just apologize. Don't try to explain to me what you were thinking, what you were trying to do, what you were... And then I'm trying to explain that, look, but I know we don't listen, women. Anyway, so that's how I had to learn to, apologize. Don't just make excuses. Apologize. And one day we'll do a video on apology language, because there's a way to say sorry to your spouse that it will be received. So we'll do that video one day. But yeah, I had to learn how to apologize quickly. And I had to learn how to forgive quickly, because also I was the kind of person that if he said sorry and he's now trying to be his playful self and come around, let's move on to the fun stuff. I'm still dwelling on the issue. I want us to have a sit down conversation. I want us to talk about it, analyze it, dissect it. So it gets exhausting. I had to learn that, if I want to continue in my marriage and be happy, I need to let things go.
You need to let things go.
Okay.
You just needed it.
Okay, lawyer and judge, keep judging me.
No, I just agree with you. I just agree with. That's all I'm doing. I'm not objective. I'm being a supportive husband. Yes. So
supporting me in my opinion.
Yes, I'm supporting you in your opinion. That's exactly right.
Anyway, that's what I learned to forgive quickly.
Awesome. Yeah. I'm glad you did. I'm glad you did that. That's great.
Well, you need to stop getting on people's nerve. You can't be getting on people's nerve and then just be having them forgive every 2 minutes. Forgive. Meanwhile, you just be getting on the nerve.
The Bible does say forgive 70 times 7. So if I do 70 times 6, I mean that's like still under the threshold, right? So anyway.
Let me tell you. Look, we ain't there yet. Okay, that's like Bible times. Don't do the same thing 70 times 7 in your marriage in one day.
Okay.
That's recipe for disaster, y'all.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna really try not to.
You cannot do that in your marriage and expect it to last. It's not gonna last, not in 2021.
All right.
So anyway, next question.
What are some tripping points that can doom a marriage?
Okay. What are some tripping points? Marriage is doomed if there's infidelity.
Hi. Hello.
Abomination. But there's grace and forgiveness.
There's grace and forgiveness.
But to answer the question, infidelity is one of it. Abuse of any kind, is no joke, nothing to play with. Let me see. What else?
Yeah, I think for me, I think pride. Pride is a huge thing. You need to check your ego at the door. When you get married, learn that your pride should be in your spouse. My pride is my spouse. Like I legit want to see her win, and vice versa. That is what makes a great marriage. Remember, not your ego for your spouse. Like I will brag about her all day, and you don't want to talk nonsense about her because I'm gonna put my face, and I did karate and kung fu.
I mean, his hand weapon.
And so I don't mess with my spouse at all. And so I think that is one of the things that can doom a marriage, when you take your ego too seriously, and you can't deal with your spouse, whether challenging you or or resisting you or whatever it is. That can be a problem in a marriage. Obviously, infidelity is a no-no. That is an absolute no-no. And then abuse. Verbal abuse, learning how to not hit below the belt. So not using information that was shared with you in confidence, whether it was in a moment of vulnerability, and using that against your spouse.
Yeah.
And I see that happen a lot.
Yes.
You don't fight like that. Those wounds last for a lifetime.
Yeah.
And when you lace your spouse with those kinds of insults, it's very difficult to forget. I've seen that happen to people, and it is very destructive. So I will say that you definitely don't want to fight dirty. You don't want to use, be careful of the words you use when you fight, verbal assault. If you argue, you can argue, but try to keep it civil. Conversational.
I heard this from a friend 2 days ago. She said they have competitive discussion, and I just love that, because we call ours no fight challenge, argument free home, but she said they call theirs competitive discussion. And I just love that, because it's a conversation, it's a discussion at the end of the day. What makes it competitive is because you see my side, I see your side, you see, it's banter. So I love, people just have different wordings for it, but go on.
So those are the main things I think that are tripping points in a marriage. You want to check your ego at the door. Pride is one big thing. Abuse, and in any form, physical or verbal. Those are the main things I think that can implode a marriage.
Mm-hmm. So before we end the vlog, do you have any words of wisdom, advice for anyone that may be watching, that is either single or married, either way, just word of advice, because fam, this guy full of wisdom. You think I'm wise, but this
I'm
guy,
wise. I'm very
oh
wise.
my god, here we go with this thing. Like,
I'm
why
wise.
are you always
I'm very wise. The Lord has blessed me with wisdom.
He does this all the time. Like, if you give him a compliment, he will overdo it, and then the compliment will not annoy you. You won't even want to give him the compliment again.
No, I'm just joking though. That
he does it all in fun.
Just
He does it all in fun. But yeah, what would be like your word of advice or something?
So words of wisdom: enjoy your spouse. Enjoy your spouse. Look for something that you can do on a daily basis that will be memorable for you. Do something memorable for your spouse, and vice versa. Just look for ways to make your spouse's life better. Whether it's for guys, helping out with the kids or helping out around the house with chores, going out and buying dinner or making dinner, doing something. Just do something every day to make your spouse's life easier and make it memorable. So I think when you do that and you're consistent with it, you're just going to find out that it's almost like sowing good seeds into the ground, right? Over time, you start seeing the fruit of it, and the fruit is good.
Lord, I was just waiting for him. He was just going. I was waiting for him to.
Wisdom.
I was waiting for him to drop that comedy line that But anyway,
Yeah. So
go ahead.
the fruit is very good. Matter of fact, I have 4.
Oh my god. Okay. Yeah. While you were talking, I actually remembered a book that we read. What was that brown book? I can't think of it right now.
I can't remember. I know.
It's a book where it's an exercise
something challenge or something.
Where both of you would pick something a day to do, and the book will guide you on what to do. I'm going to look for the link to that book, and I'm going to put it in the description box. You all try it. It's an amazing book, and it's based off of a movie. You remember the fire something?
The fire.
I can't remember it. I can't
really
remember.
Bad hosts that we don't even know the name of the book or the movie.
I
recommending books. Don't worry, we'll remember.
I'll put it in the description. But you need to watch the movie and read the book with your spouse and do the exercise. It's really, really good, really good. So that reminded me of that book. But so this was really good.
Yeah, no, it was good. It was great. I enjoyed it.
He's not coming back, I promise you.
No, I'll come back. I will.
Oh my god, this was fun. Yes, it was fun. So now you guys know the secret to Ruby's smile and laughter and everything. Let me know in the comment section if you want me to do more with him, or just let me know different topics you want us to discuss. And we're here for you. Anything you want, we are here. We are family. We're not going anywhere. We're here to stay. If you have not already, please subscribe to my channel so you can get more good stuff and see this beautiful face. So let me know how you feel about this topic and what we talked about. I want to hear from you. Please comment down in the comment section and like this video, share this video, and please subscribe. I am waiting for you. What are you waiting for? Yes. Please subscribe to this channel, and then
when I subscribe. I'm just kidding.
So until next time, it's your girl Ruby and her man Obi, and we'll see you next time. Ciao.